So they finally got her ass. Y'all remember that TikToker T-Time, the woman that was driving while she was live? Mind you, she had kids in that back seat. Well, on Tuesday, they arrested her ass finally. While many thought she was gonna get away with this, I already knew they wasn't playing. 2 days before Christmas, and they threw the cuffs on her. And while many people thought she was just driving down the street and hit somebody, she actually ran through a red light. Not paying attention to the street, but more to her live stream. Taking this man's life right here for no damn reason. He was charged with reckless homicide, which is a class 3 felony, and an aggravated use of a communication device causing death, a class 4 felony. Now on Tuesday, she was charged and arrested after police confirmed she was live streaming on the platform, ran a red light, and fatally struck a man crossing the street in Zion. This incident happened on November 3rd, a little over a month ago, and they finally threw the book at her. Illinois don't play that shit, and she should have knew better. Streaming while you're driving is not allowed. Wait till you get home. Did a UFO just appear over Austin, Texas? Allegedly, there's been multiple sightings around the Austin area of an UFO sighting over a cemetery. Now, allegedly, this is supposed to be a UFO hornet's nest that people have been spotting in Texas over a cemetery. Mysterious lights in the sky have people questioning everything. Some people are wondering if this is real or is it a hoax? Do aliens really exist, or is this just another AI hoax? After jumping into that rabbit hole, I've confirmed several videos are out there showing UFO spottings in Texas this week. Some of the videos I've seen witness people excited, while others are saying that, hey, it might be an alien invasion about to happen. Videos from Houston show several UFOs circling the moon. As multiple resources reports, it's not airplanes, it's UFOs. Don't tell me ET about to come touch down on us. Breaking fuck the news. The Kentucky State Police is aware of a trooper-involved shooting incident. This occurred today at 11:36 a.m. The suspect shot a state trooper and then fled the scene. She ended up at the Richmond Road Baptist Church. Now, before ending up at the church, the suspect carjacked another vehicle. No one was injured from that carjacking. Now, the two victims that were identified by the police was 72-year-old Beverly Gum and 32-year-old Christy McCombs.
My husband and I were coming up the loop to the terminal and saw an officer pulling over a truck. The officer approached the vehicle and we went to pass them and heard shots fired.
Wow.
As we went by.
It's crazy.
And looked, and the officer stumbled back and into the street and fell down, and we sped to get help and my husband called 911, and I went running into the airport to try to find help.
Now, the shooter has been identified. However, the police is not releasing his name. Thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that was affected by this incident.
How does an argument over a television program end up with a murder, an attempted murder, and a suicide?
Now, Jason Kinney, 47 years old, shot himself in a shed hours after gunning down his wife, Crystal Kinney. Now, this was caused because she suggested he turn off the San Francisco 49ers and Indianapolis Colts game on Sunday. Now, allegedly, Jason had been drinking, and the demand sparked a mass fight. Bad enough that Crystal told her 12-year-old son to call 911. They state the boy ran to the neighbor's house and heard gunshots. But when the police had arrived at the Kinney's home, they found Crystal shot dead and her 13-year-old daughter shot in the face and shoulder. The stepdaughter was rushed to a local hospital in critical condition where she is recovering. The stepdaughter told the cops that she begged him to not shoot her over and over again. Now, the boy who fled to the neighbor's home, as well as their 1-year-old daughter, was unharmed. Now, doing a search of the family's home, the officers found a note that Crystal wrote to her husband, urging him to get help for his substance abuse. Now these kids are left without parents. As always, thoughts and prayers go out to everyone involved in this situation. So after watching The Reckoning, produced by 50 Cent about Sean Puffy Combs, That motherfucker should have been in jail. Like, it's crazy how he turned Pac and Biggie against one another, as Pac only wanted to see Biggie be successful. Then this East Coast, West Coast shit pop off between Puff and Suge, and now Pac firing shots at Biggie. Biggie didn't want to fire shots back, but Puff told him to do it anyway. When Tupac was in New York, he was underneath Puff's watch, was supposed to went to a studio to drop some lyrics but was taken out. The same studio where Puff was at that night. But then Puff and Biggie went to LA knowing they wasn't supposed to be there, basically ushering Biggie to his own death. Instead of Biggie getting on a plane and flying to a magazine shoot, Puff kept him in Los Angeles, and later on that night, he got shot and killed. He claimed that he was Biggie's best friend, but after watching this, you can see that that wasn't true. All the fame that he received from Biggie once Biggie was taken out. All this information they got against this man, and he didn't go to jail for none of that shit. If you ain't watched this shit, watch it. Now you motherfuckers see that file number up there starting with EFT? Go on and go search it. This is one of the newly released documents that was released on Tuesday, which implements the convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, but also Donald Trump. Now, this person alleges that she was trafficked by Epstein, but also her uncle. She was a 13-year-old pregnant girl in 1984. She claims that her newborn was unalive and disposed of, all because she gave birth while in the middle of some shit going down. Victim then goes on to providing details about what happened to that newborn. And she alleges that it happened on Lake Michigan in a yacht. And old Donnie Boy was a witness to these allegations. Again, this file number right here is viewable to the public. So if you confused about what happened on Lake Michigan, go look it up. This shit right here don't make no sense. No fucking sense at all. So if you had New Year's Eve plans this year, you might as well cancel them. Major cities in the U.S. are canceling New Year Eve events because of safety concerns. Just last week, this extremist group was charged with conspiracy and possession of an unregistered destructive device in connection with an alleged plot. And this one incident happened in Southern California. After law enforcement agencies seeing numerous images, they knew it was time to make an arrest, as they are urging people, if you don't have a means for being outside, to please stay at home. But it's not only happening in the United States. Paris has canceled all New Year Eve plans, and the list just keeps going on and on. And if you're wondering why everyone is now canceling New Year Eve plans, safety concerns and security threats. A simple Google search can let you know all places that have canceled New Year Eve events. This might just be the year to bring New Year's in at home. Now don't get me wrong, there's always safety concerns when New Year's comes around, but is it worth it? All I'm gonna say is count me out. Do you see these people pushing this shit? Now they want you to enjoy this light show, cause this is the smoothest part of the ride. Trust me. You want to prepare for this motherfucker. Now, once you make it to the top, this is where the pain begins. This roller coaster right here is called the Space Mountain, which opened up in January of 1975. Now, it's located at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom theme park. But if you having back problems before getting on this motherfucker, you gon' definitely have some getting off. I really hope you got a chiropractor on standby. Now, this is the slowest ride in the theme park, but the roughest ride. Certain parts of this roller coaster, bumpy as shit. And it's not holding back on the turns, cause it's whipping around this track. Be prepared to have a bad case of whiplash before you get off of this. All I'm gonna say is count me out. Have you ever had the experience to ride this rough motherfucker? Are these people upside down on this roller coaster? Lord have mercy, count me out. This right here is the Manta, located at SeaWorld Orlando. Now with this 113-foot drop, hold on to your wigs. Count me out. But if you thought that was something, look at this motherfucker. Hell no, count me out. Now this flying coaster has been around since May of 2009. Now they say the duration of this ride is a little over 2 minutes, so you should have the time of your life. And don't worry about coming out of that motherfucker, cause you are locked in secure. But with all these turns and different inversions on this track, yeah, you can count me out. And if you thought this was something, this roller coaster is only going 56 miles an hour, but it feel like it's going way faster than that. Have you ever been on the Manta? And if so, what would you rate it out of the best roller coasters in the world? But I ain't gonna be able to do it.